Do you want more? More time, more balance, more love, more sex, more money, more real, and less bullshit? This is the Women Wanting More podcast with Dr. Karen Osborne. Real life, real stories, plus real tips to get you more of what you want.
So I'm recording this, actually a little bit out of sequence, because what happened is one of the episodes that I sent to my podcast production guy, Evan, this will actually be the last one I'll be taking over production from here on, but something happened. It didn't go in the G drive, whatever. And so we just kind of left that one out because I actually get these prepped a week in advance, including the images, and they're all numbered. And so it was just like, well, so in case you've been wondering, like, where's 549? Well, here it is. It's because I've had to kind of like insert it like back in. But let's talk about this. So light exposes dark. This is something I read in a book today. There was a whole paragraph about the light and the ease that's in there and the freedom that's within the light, and it was beautiful. But the thing that kind of struck me the most out of that is light exposes dark. Now, it seems like so simple, right? Yeah, Karen, that makes so much sense. Like, you know, you can't stay in a place of darkness and who you are or your life because, you know, all you gotta do is be in the light. And the light exposes it, right? You think of just something, just what that means, light and dark. If you're in the dark, you turn on the lights in the bedroom, you are now in the light, right? So we could go there and you know, just paraphrase shit that you've heard before, and it would be all cool and great, and it would mean absolutely nothing. But what I'm telling you right now is really is my truth. And my truth is, and I know this is the truth for a lot of you, that the dark can be this very seductive place. That if you've been, you know, in any kind of moniker of self-development, self-help work, figuring out you, remembering who you are, however you want to describe that, and you know there's been times when you've been kind of dropped to your knees, and that's when you were able to see. So what has been true for me, sister, is that there are times that I might put myself there thinking that this is the only way for me to get to light, is I have to go through the dark first. Listen, that can be true. That can be true. I've known many spiritual people, many spiritual teachers and leaders that will say, geez, you know what? Most like big, significant things, beautiful things, joyous things, love will come out of a place of darkness, that it almost always works that way. It almost always works that way. But the seduction is this. The seduction is almost just like a junkie, right? Just like a junkie that wants that next hit. And so they might get what they need in that time when they, you know, I don't know, smoke something, inject something, snort something, pop a pill, and get a feeling with that, right? Listen, people are alcoholics, no different. Those of you that, you know, use shopping to numb, listen, we can all become addicts of things. A workout, you know, likes on Facebook, right? The thing that kind of gives us this quick hit, like, ooh, that makes me feel good, right? That makes me feel good. But it's this thinking that we have to go down into complete darkness in order for that to actually happen. I'm a little distracted right now because I am just coming back from a float downtown Victoria, which there can be some characters downtown, like any downtown center, but there was literally a woman, probably in her 50s, that had, I don't know, kind of like Kleenex over her breasts, and it was duct tape, and she had the same kind of thing for her bottom, and she had pom-poms, and she's just randomly walking down the street, like doing her own cheer. Fucking good on you, sister. That is being you. There's no way that could be mistaking her for anybody else but herself. That was pretty crazy. Rock on, sister. But back to the light and the dark thing. Yeah, that, you know, that you need that hit. You got to go down to that place of dark in order to come back into the light. And where am I going with this? I had something to go with this. I think the biggest thing is really this, sister. See, after the float and the duct tape bra lady, I'm all like distracted for a second. I'm all like zenned out after the float, and then I keep thinking about the woman. I'm like, man, she's so doing her badass self. That was amazing. Big lady balls for that. You don't have to put yourself into darkness in order to see the light, sister. Perhaps that's the biggest thing for you to hear today. You don't have to. Light can come out of dark. Light can certainly expose the dark. But you don't have to go there in order to see something. In order to learn something, in order to grow. You know, we can be from a place of gratitude. We can be in a state of love. We can be in a calm, peaceful state and see a lot of things in that experience. And we can also be, you know, the world kind of changes for us in a world that we thought was this way, and now it's gone the other way. Like the rug was pulled out from under you, and you're like, what the fuck is going on? And you can learn something from that too. You can learn something from that too. But you do not have to stay in a state of melancholy and darkness and despair and frustration, and to keep jamming on the same stories over and over and over and over and over, thinking that if you stay in the darkness long enough, you will eventually get to the light. Like holding yourself down under the water, going, well, maybe eventually I might actually come up for air and I'll take a breath. And the reason that I can speak about this so boldly, if you will, as I do a lot of things on the podcast, is because I've been there. I've been there recently. Do not think that I am beyond where you are. The only difference, well, there might not even be any difference. I don't know. I don't know you, sister, listening to this right now. I know some of you that have coached with me or connected with me or know me in some way, but I don't know all of you. I think the more that we actually realize, sister, that there's so much more, that we are actually very much not only connected in one, in this universe, but that we are all quite the same. We all have the same shit and the same problems and the same, you know, things that come up in life. They just, you know, they're going to have a little bit of a different packaging, a little bit of a different wrapper, a little bit of a different flavor to it. But the more that we can choose to be in a place within the light, right? That we're in a place of darkness. And listen, what I don't want you to do is this, sister. Don't think that, oh my God, I'm thinking a negative thought, I gotta go right to happy. Nope. That's some bullshit by doing that. You need to feel the stuff that you are feeling. You need to be in that place. But then once you have gotten that, you need to start to go, what is happening in this experience right now? How can I now bring light into where I am? See, I can have a day with my kids where it's just like everything is going on. And I'm just like, you know what? Let me just burn this mother sash that I have, proverbial sash that I wear, like a beauty pageant, you know, contestant. I'm just going to burn this shit because, like, this is just not working. I guess this motherhood thing, too much. I'm done. Not supposed to be doing this. I can be in that place. And then I can take a moment where I just really look at myself and just be like, you know what, Karen? Lighten the fuck up. They're 5 and barely 8 years old. They're just trying to figure out their emotions. And they're going to stumble a lot. And it doesn't discount the work that I've done with my children. It doesn't take back the love, and it doesn't change the intention that I have when I interact with my boys. The consciousness that I have that, you know, this responsibility to raise children is a big one. Not that I'm afraid of fucking it up, but just at times, you know, you've been in that pit if you're a mother, where you're like, oh my God, I must have been like given the wrong ticket here, because I don't think the mother card really applies to me. So I feel like I'm doing it all wrong. But then I can take those little moments Like the other day, my 5-year-old and my almost 8-year-old, both boys, they fight like cats and dogs most days. And my youngest Kai comes out of his room in the morning, completely naked, of course, because that's how Kai rolls, and walks up to his brother, who's just gotten up, and said, "Tyson, I love you." Light exposes dark. That I can look at my son, that even if we're mad at each other and he tries to make a joke, or Kai will say, "I love you, mommy," or "You're such a good mommy." Those are my little light beings that bring light and shine that onto the dark. And the light exposes the dark, and it lets me see that, Jesus, you know what? I'm just being too serious. I need to lighten up. It is not as bad as I'm making things out to be right now. And as much as I can still say, this is shitty right now, I can still be in a place of sadness. You can still be in a place of pain, sister. You can still be in a state of frustration. And yet, there's a little piece of light within there that you can let shine. And you can still feel the frustration. You can still feel the sadness. You can still feel the pain. You don't have to, turn that light switch on and make it all go away. But do not be fooled into the seduction, the constant seduction of the darkness. And the light will really expose this all. So this is talking in so many metaphors today. I think I need to have a ticket. I've just given myself a fine for most, or award, either way that you see it, most amount of metaphors used in a podcast episode. PR'd that. How you like me now, hey? Okay, more tip. Let's get to there. So, more tip. I think just simply this, sister. Where are you being just so heavy in your life right now, right? Where are you beating? Are you beating yourself up because you want to lose a certain amount of weight and you've only lost this amount, right? Are you beating yourself up because, you feel like you're totally effing up your kids when you're really not? We're all doing our best, right? Are you beating yourself up because you don't think that you're in a place in your business or work that you expected to be yet? Or you beating yourself up because you were maybe not so kind with your husband, did a little naggy wife thing, and now you're like, oh my God, what am I doing? I knew better. Why did I do that? Why did I say that? And so where are you just in that place of darkness right now where you just need to lighten up? You just need to lighten up and let it go. And you can choose different, and you can be different, and you can become different, and it's okay. And everybody has these moments of darkness where we think that nothing's going to ever get better and it's not going to change, and oh my God. Yep, been all that and more over the last several months. But just remember that the light actually exposes the dark, and so just see where that is. And just over the next 24 hours, I want you to do something that's going to move you from that darkness into light. What is the one thing you can do to really switch on the light that's going to expose the darkness and most likely realize that the darkness is not so dark? And do that one thing. So, finishing up, sister, if you don't already subscribe to the Women Wanting More newsletter, head over right now to drkarenosburn.com/action guide. That's drkarenosburn.com/action guide. Enter your email, and I'll get you hooked up on that day with some amazing training videos, and you will get first dibs of the Women Wanting More book that is surfacing in the fall of 2018. So I'll talk to you in the next episode. A life of more is just one step away, sister, of you understanding that light and dark is a choice every single day. I love and appreciate you.
To get the show notes of each Women Wanting More episode, including the How to Get More tip, subscribe to the newsletter at drkarenosburn.com/newsletter.